Hey guys, Grumpy here with another episode of Silent Nights. So the goal of this episode is twofold. The first goal is to continue to expand our fleet through ambushing enemy fleets and extracting those phase ships from them. And the second goal is to build towards a more consistent method of getting the ships that we need. In the background, I ambush a corporate trader that was leaving Port Say. They have a Afflictor mixed into the fleet. Very easy battle, so I'm just going to skip ahead and show the post-combat screen. Nothing really remarkable happens in this fight, so you're not missing much. But I just want to show that this is where I get another Afflictor from. I don't even simulate the pursuit phase, just because I know we're going to win. Anyway. We get a phase lance, which was really nice, and then we also get some iron pulsers. So overall pretty good. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump ahead to a much more exciting fight. Alright, so huge opportunity here in hyperspace. We stumble across this Tritachyon corporate trader. Pretty tough fleet here. The Aurora, Heron, Afflictor, and TT Brawler, and most importantly, a Harbinger. So I definitely want to increase my fleet capabilities, and adding a Harby to the fleet would definitely do that. That said, this is not going to be an easy fight. Just looking at it from the surface, 3 wings of claws is going to be very debilitating. That's just a lot of EMP damage. So I'm gonna attempt this fight. The biggest thing is we have to get the Heron off the battlefield as soon as possible to get rid of some of those claws and just mitigate some of that EMP damage. I'm sure the Aurora has like an ion cannon on it, so we'll see. The Aurora does have an ion cannon on it. The Heron just has PD. The Harby has 2 ion pulsers, so that'll be fun to deal with. Antimatter blasters, an ion beam, and then 3 wings of claws. So I think the order is going to be get rid of the Heron, probably get rid of the Brawler, get rid of the Aurora or the Afflictor, and then save the Harby for last. Alright, this is not going to be an easy fight. If it was 1 phase ship, this probably would be a lot easier, but because it's 2, we have to be very careful here. Alright, we are going to stay in the Afflictor for this, and let's begin. So the hammers will help us out here quite significantly. I'm gonna have the Shade actually go ahead and engage the Afflictor. I'm gonna have you two guys go ahead and engage the Brawler, and then I think I'm gonna play just a harassing role and see if I can bait the Aurora. This is so dangerous. Ooh. Bait the Aurora around. I'm gonna upgrade this to eliminate order. And the Harby. This is so dangerous. And then hopefully we can just stay out of range of the Heron and its claws while they move into position. Oh, nice little parting gift. Alright, so we got the Brawler off the battlefield very quickly. The Afflictor is somewhere it shouldn't be. I'm going to have the Shade break off. Go ahead and escort me. And I think the next target's gonna be, well, let's do a harass command. Assign you to that. And I think the next target's gonna have to be the Heron. We have to get that off the battlefield. These missiles are dudded, but I don't know if they collide with you, if they'll still do damage. We're just being a little careful there. Switch over to the hammer so we can overload the Heron, and then let's just lay into it. Finish it off with an antimatter blaster so that we can save one of our hammers in case we need it later. And that's one more dealt with. Stay in phase space, get really close to the shade. Let that EMP arc emitter work for us. And then we'll cancel this command. We'll have the shade continue escorting us, and then we will probably take out the afflictor next. We do want to get some more of these claws off the battlefield. Annoyingly, they have shields on them. Alright. So they should be gone now. Let's go ahead and move back into the action. Let's see if they can't 2v1 and get that afflictor off the battlefield. I'm actually going to switch over to the shade. And see if I can't start disabling the Aurora. Not sure what hit me there. I wasn't paying attention. Alright. So almost a repeat of last time. The Aurora is a very dangerous ship, but as long as we can keep it disabled, should be no problem. They are taking their sweet time with that. We do want to stay on the other side of it. Good job. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and change this to an eliminate order. This afflictor, I don't really want to eliminate the Aurora. Like, I don't want it to commit to the Aurora, so instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer command back. I'm going to have you, like, go somewhere safe. I'm going to cancel the follow order on me, and then transfer back. The shade should be fine. We're all applying the same debuff. Right. I have to be extremely careful here because I have no armor. Swarmer should be on auto fire. Looks like at some point the AI used my last hammer, which is unfortunate. Let's back off. Shade got gobsmacked. It's so dead. If that Harbinger wasn't protecting its flank, this would be a totally different fight. I think we got our opportunity here. Yep, nice. So now it's 3v1 versus the Harbinger. Unfortunately, we kind of have to commit to this fight because if we don't, then I think we lose the Shade. Like there's no retreat and comeback option. The Harvey does have low CR, so we should be able to win this. We'll do an engage command. Just have both of them commit to it. And then see what we can do here. So low CR, and it's a destroyer, so it moves a little slower than us. Oh, excellent dodge. So we should be able to flank it, and it's nice having those nice little critical malfunctions. With low CR, it shouldn't be able to go into face space, which means we can pretty much just wail on it. Oh. Critical miss. Alright. We want to take this extra slow, very careful here. There we go. Alright. So, we were successful in combat. We have no interest in pursuing them to get the rest of their supplies. We can, I guess we can simulate it. That's fine. We actually destroyed quite a lot of their ships. I wasn't expecting that. We'll move on to consider ship recovery. Again, the Harbinger being a destroyer next to cruisers means that we should have a higher likelihood of recovering the Harbinger, and we should have a very high likelihood of recovering their Afflictor. So let's go ahead, consider ship recovery. And we don't see it in standard recovery, but we do see it in difficult recovery. So we will spend the story point here to recover the Harvey, and just like that, our fleet continues to grow. I will spend a story point on this Afflictor, not necessarily because we need it, but because we just need that antimatter blaster. So let's go ahead and recover that. I wish I could take this Atlas. Oh boy. Anyway, let's go ahead and pick through the wreckage here. Man, I really wish I could take that Atlas. We're gonna go ahead and take some heavy machinery. Actually, no, we're not. We're gonna take the fuel, take the supply. Actually, we're gonna take all the weapons, take the supply, confirm and continue, and then head back home. Alright, see you in a little bit. Alright, so back in Myasora, we're gonna go ahead and make some upgrades to our ship. We're just gonna strip it. First things first, with the second antimatter blaster, we're gonna go ahead and put 2 on the front. In the small energy turret, I think we're gonna go ahead and slap on an ion cannon. And then for the small hybrids, we can go ahead and take something like a Vulcan cannon and then like a light dual machine gun. And then as far as the hull mods go, we're gonna go for do we pick up safety overrides again? I don't think so. We're gonna pick up phase anchor so that we can reduce the cooldown on our antimatter blasters, and we're going to take actually I think that's it. We'll take hardened armor, heavy armor. The rest of this we'll put in capacity. Again, capacity increases our top speed, and this will just be the build for now. We want our antimatter blasters to fire in tandem, which is going to be a little dangerous because we don't have that much flux capacity. But the idea being is if we can hit our opponent once, then we'll probably win the fight. Actually, you know what? In that case, let's go ahead and just do something like that. Another change that I want to make is on you. Let's see if we can upgrade some of your small weapons. We're gonna go with PD over the burst, just so that we have that advantage over other phase ships. And then we'll probably want to use a light dual machine gun instead of the railgun. No, we'll stick with the railgun. So you should be fine there. You don't really need phase anchor. You more so need adaptive phase fill, just so you can move faster. And then for missile sake, I don't think we have that many more missiles, so we can definitely upgrade you to a harpoon. We'll keep the breaches. And then we'll swap this out. Something like a light dual autocannon, perhaps. Change you to point defense. And give you a light mortar. Again, phase anchor not really necessary on this kind of ship. None of these weapons have that long of a cooldown, save for the harpoons. So we'll go ahead and do something like this. We'll give you vents, that's fine. And then the harbinger, I don't really have good weapons for it so far. Like I would want, you know, 3 mining blasters or heavy blasters, something like that. Mixing the phase lance with a heavy blaster and ion beam is just asking for trouble. So we'll wait on that. So for right now, we're gonna go ahead and store you. We'll go ahead and store some goods, and then we'll go back to our grind / hunt for better ships. All right, see you in a second. I stumbled across a small independent fleet flying by. Has some supplies, some heavy machinery, some ship hulls. Not really interested in the ship hulls. What I am interested in is this heavy blaster off the Wolf. So we're gonna fight them real quick and then see if we can't get that reward from them. We're gonna pursue. We are going to take command of the action. And we're gonna deploy our afflictors to the side, have them focus on the Wolf, and then I'll deploy myself in the shade to the rear. Have the shade escort me, have the 2 afflictors go after the Wolf specifically, and let's just cause some havoc back here. You get to see the power of the dual antimatter blasters. Alright. Yeah. Now granted, that ship basically has minimal CR, minimal hull, but still, 2 antimatter blasters is absolutely nothing to scoff at. Ooh, spicy. Nice. And then with phase anchor, you can see in the bottom how fast that cooldown is. Nice. We'll just do full assault. See if we can catch this kite. It's pretty fast. But I am faster? Nice. The hound might get away. Nope. We get a nice flame out right before he goes. Let's go ahead and see if we can take it down. And we do. Fairly easy victory, fairly easy fight. I knew we'd win, and we got to show off the power of the dual antimatter blasters. So let's go ahead and consider ship recovery. Hopefully the wolf is there. If we can recover it with the heavy blaster, that would be a phenomenal addition for our harbinger back home. It's not here. Let's check difficult recovery. It's not in here either. I was willing to spend the story point to get that heavy blaster if it was, but unfortunately it isn't. So we'll just continue, and we'll take some of the supply, take a little bit of fuel. Oh, the heavy blaster is here. Fantastic. I was not expecting that. We'll squeeze in for the swarmer. Yeah, let's confirm and continue and head back home. That's excellent. That's a really nice addition. Now we just need 2 more. We'll see how long that one takes. We don't need another afflictor. Alright. See you back in Myasora. Alright, so here's the fleet currently. The Harbinger is a very rough, quick and rough build. Using a heavy blaster and a mining blaster in conjunction with some salamanders as support. Its only hull mods are phase anchor and safety overrides. Very expensive here. And the rest of the ordnance points are going into capacitor and vents. The idea behind this ship is just to be a phase killer. Now that we have the Harbinger, we have its special ability, which is Quantum Disruptor, briefly overloads a nearby enemy ship. This is really good in conjunction with our antimatter blasters, which do a ton of damage if we can penetrate someone's shields, which Quantum Disruptor will overload the target, meaning they will have no shields. And also it's good by itself in that the AI usually doesn't time it that well, but if it quantum disrupts a target and hits it with a heavy blaster and a mining blaster, both do significant amounts of energy damage in conjunction with energy weapon mastery and target analysis, means that the Harby should be able to eliminate other phase ships or even similar size ships, destroyers, or put a big hole in a cruiser or something like that. So it's really nice having the Harby on our side. It's a lot better than facing it down, and any additional Harby that we face should be a fairly easy takedown. So this is the fleet for now. No real changes besides that. What we're going to do now, though, is actually pivot. I know we've been beating up Tritachyon for quite a while. If we look at our faction relations here, we're at -90. Yeah, Tritachyon doesn't really like us, but what I want to do now is, now that we have a fleet established, I actually want to build relation back up with Tritachyon so that we can get access to their bounties. A lot of Tritachyon bounties are deserter missions, and usually deserter bounties have the really nice ships. Phase ships, S-modded phase ships. There's one particular mission that I'm thinking about doing, which has very nice ships attached to it, but that's way later down the line. But I think if we can get friendly with Tritachyon, then we'll start getting access to those bounties, and we can grow our fleet a little more successfully and reliably. So the quickest way to get off of -90 relationship would be, or the quickest way to build relation is to do, is not to do missions with a faction. It's actually to look out for something like this, system bounties. So system bounty is really nice. Whereas with a mission, you get paid out a certain amount of relation per mission you do. With system bounty, you get paid out every time you fight a pirate fleet. And the size of the pirate fleet gives you, I think you always get a minimum of 2 relation, and the larger the fleet is, it goes up to +5 relation. So if you fight 3, 4, 5 pirate fleets in a bounty, then you're looking at anywhere from 10 to 25 relation. So you can build relations very quickly with a faction. We're gonna go fish in High Brazil, see what we can find. We're gonna have to avoid Kulan and Echo Breeze because obviously they don't like us. And hopefully most of the pirates are near Dawn so that we can take them out. Alright, let's go head over there. See you when we get to High Brazil. Alright, so here we are in High Brazil. We went dark as soon as we jumped in, so that we're very difficult to detect. We want to fight one of these fleets at a time. We don't really want to fight all 4. They were too close. Alright, let's go ahead and engage. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do this with a slight CR penalty, but this should be fine. We're going to focus on getting rid of the Colossus first, get rid of these broadswords, and then should be pretty easy to pick apart the rest of the fleet. We'll probably want to control the Harbinger for this one. Since we do have that CR penalty. The Heavy Blaster and the Mining Blaster not being linked is going to be a problem. Anyway, because we have that CR penalty and because we want to make sure that we get these kills quickly, then we'll control the Harvey. I'm going to set this to full assault. Just do eliminate orders. Should be fine. This is a bit concerning, but this should be okay. I'm going to put the Heavy Blaster on auto fire, which is a little bit silly. But that way we can use the Mining Blaster more effectively. Alright, good job. Man, having that consistent damage is so much nicer. Alright. So that should get rid of the broadswords eventually. We'll have... Actually, yeah, we'll have you... Which one of you has the antimatter blasters? We'll have you help on that. And then we'll have you help deal with this Vanguard. Change this to engage order. Change this to eliminate order. We'll go deal with the Buffalo and the Vanguard. Actually, I just want you down here. And the rest of the fleet can deal with that enforcer. Alright. Yeah, you can go deal with that. Kind of burning command points here, but should be fine. Ooh, a little too close there. Ooh, very dangerous. Alright. We were looking for an opportunity for a system disrupt to stop its what's it called? It's special ability which reduces its damage taken. Looks like we don't get that though. We still are able to take it down, and I think that's all the enemy ships. So not bad for first engagement. This was a pretty easy fight though. We'll consider ship recovery, look for any weapons that we might want. We'll take the Reaper off of the Vanguard. We'll take the Pulse Laser off of the Buffalo. And then you have nothing. And you have a light assault gun and a Vulcan cannon. Alright, we'll take that as well. Pick through the wreckage here. Take the supplies, fuel, heavy machinery. Take the Vulcan. And let's go ahead and scrap these ships. Alright, not bad. And as you see here, we got +5 relations, so now we're at -85. So we just have a couple more fleets to farm. But I'm gonna call the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's gonna be a long road to get back in Tritagon's good graces, but I think it'll definitely be worth it, especially for what we want to do with this campaign. Anyway, other than that, Grumpy out. And now I'd like to give a very special thank you to our supporters. At the Explorer tier, Randall Porter, Philip Kallenbach, and Mark. And at the Starfarer tier, Zoni, Wet Noodle, Kriltic, and our newest supporter, Wayfarer S tier. If you would like to support the channel, then becoming a member would be the best way to do so, but it is completely optional. I'll continue to run ad-free content on this channel, but if you do choose to support, it would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. Other than that, Grumpy out.